So I'm sitting here with Frenchie, aka Hexagon Trail. How's it going, fella?
Good, thanks.
Brilliant.
Up early.
Right, well, we've got a few questions to throw at you in preparation for the UMC all day, because you're obviously you're playing that shindig on the 8th of October.
Yes.
So give us an idea. When did you start? You know, you're a one-man operation, I know that, but you know, what was your motivation? When did you really start making music?
I've been making music since I was a kid. Really, I've been in like a black metal band that was just like a two-piece, but we never really got out of making demos, so it never really went anywhere.
Yeah.
And I tried to form another black metal band, which we had 5 band members, but it just wasn't working out with, you know, trying to get us all in one room when we all had different schedules. It was quite difficult. So eventually I thought maybe I should, you know, I'd learned how to record, compose, I play different instruments, and I thought rather than having a band, I might as well just try and go alone. So the breaking point was I went to see Neurosis, one of my favourite bands, in 2014. They played in Leeds, and the supporting artist was a guy called Hexagon, who's from England.
Yeah.
He's like an electronic producer who does like dark ambient music.
Yeah.
And I was really blown away because I'd never been to see an extreme metal band where the support act was of a different genre, an electronic musician, and I thought, I was so blown away. I was like, yes, there needs to be more of this in Manchester. So that was like the inspiration right there. And so I started recording in my home studio and making electronic music with touches of metal, I guess. Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. I mean, I must admit, I've seen you play on stage. In fact, Forged played with you with Rebellion a couple of months ago, didn't we? And I've got to say, the whole atmosphere when you play is one. It's like a brooding, menacing atmosphere. It was glorious. It really was. So what have you got out in the minute? What's your latest recording? Tell us about that.
I released a debut EP Christmas 2015.
Yeah.
Just 4 tracks. I got it. I was lucky enough to get it released by a little record label called Legs Akimbo Records. That's based in London.
Yeah.
They specialise in extreme metal and extreme electronic music, so it's perfect for me.
Yeah.
That one's just a free download. It's on Bandcamp. It's on the Facebook. And I'm working on some new material, and I'm hoping to have a new release by the end of the year.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Okay. So, as an artist then, as Hexagon Trail, what would you say then has been your most momentous achievement to date? Have you got anything you really want to shout about? Anything really exciting?
I think I feel very grateful for some of the gigs I've been put on. You know, I've only started gigging at the start of this year. My first gig was in February. I've only done about 7 gigs at the moment, but I've been fortunate enough to play with you guys, Deified, at Kana, who's a local black metal band, and big ones like Anal Nafrak I supported,
Awesome.
KO Dot as well. So they're some of my biggest influences, those bands.
Brilliant stuff. So some quite big gigs there, really. I mean, Anal Nathrak, they're really making waves in the metal scene, aren't they? They're pretty extreme.
Oh, they're legends. And
absolutely.
Yeah, I just feel very grateful that I've got this platform so early into my existence. Yeah.
Spot on. Well, we're going to listen to the first of 3 tracks. We're going to listen to one called Weekend Wizard. So tell us about this track.
The Weekend Wizard is a friend I work with named Ian. He's an electronic musician based in Stockport, and he's been going about 10 years, and he's done well in the underground scene. He's released quite a few albums, and I call him the Weekend Wizard because even though I've been friends with him for years, I know him quite well, I only ever see him on a weekend, which is when he works.
Yeah.
And he's a very mysterious guy. He doesn't have a phone. He doesn't really exist outside of the weekend when I see him. So that's why... he looks like a wizard. He's got a big Gandalf beard. So it's kind of my tribute to him.
Brilliant.
And he's really helped me because he's an electronic musician with experience, he really kind of gave me some good pointers when I was recording my stuff.
Right, brilliant stuff. So it's kind of a tribute to your mate, the Weekend Wizard.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Well, let's check it out. So, welcome back. We just checked out Weekend Wizard by Hexagon Trail. I'm sitting here with Frenchie, aka Hexagon Trail.
Hi.
So, yeah. Have you got anything cool that's coming up in the pipeline? Anything you'd like to shout about? Any gigs, any events, anything like that?
The only one gig I have booked at the moment is the UMC Fest on October the 8th in Leeds.
Doesn't get more momentous than that, let's face it.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited about playing. This is going to be a big one for me. It's such a great lineup, some great bands, really great mix as well. I think if you're a metalhead attending this gig, there's something for every kind of metalhead. So it's a really great lineup.
It is. It's very diverse. I mean, you've got your sludge, you've got your power violence, your grind, your punk, your hardcore.
And me.
and you, absolutely. So, I must admit, I don't know that much about dark ambient music. What would you say your influences are?
Good question.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of influences, all the way from extreme metal, especially black metal. I put some of my tracks have kind of black metal screaming vocals, like Weekend Wizard that you've just heard. But I'm also influenced by horror films. I'm a massive horror film buff, and I've always loved dark, creepy horror film scores and soundtracks. Ominous synth sounds, stuff like John Carpenter.
Right.
That's a big influence on mine. So I use synthesizers in my work. And I'm also another big influence of mine is surprisingly retro video games. I'm a big collector of old video games like the Mega Drive and the SNES. and I actually sample them in some of my songs. So you'll have to listen out. The nerdy fan who's got a good attention to detail, they might be able to pick out a few samples. Yeah.
Brilliant stuff, fantastic. You can't beat a decent horror. And I must admit, I mean, back when I saw you play for the first time, Rebellion, I mean, you had all these dark ambient sounds, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you just started screaming down the microphone, and the reaction from people in the bar was priceless. It really, really shocked the shit out of people. It was brilliant.
Yeah, that's kind of my aim. When I play live, I want people to hear something a bit different.
Yeah.
And also, I don't really mind if you don't like my music or you don't get my music, as long as you're freaked out and you're uncomfortable, and that's kind of the aim for me.
I love it. All right then. So, in a nutshell, then, you know, obviously we've given various different, you know, descriptors to your music: dark, ambience, black metal. But from your perspective, how would you describe it? I mean, it's really a really hard one to pigeonhole, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it is a bit of a diverse sound. Some of my tracks are very hard industrial electronic beats. Some of them have guitars on them. Some of them just have synthesizers. And I think dark ambient and electronic's the best description.
Yeah.
When I actually started, it was just going to be an electronic act, but because I had so many friends in the metal scene, and that's where I was getting a lot of my shows booked, I thought, I'm going to metal it up and put more metal influences in, so yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, now obviously you've been gigging, you know, throughout 2016. Is there anything that's happened to you on stage that you've thought, oh shit, no, you know, anything really embarrassing, or anything that you really wish had never happened?
Not really. It's all gone pretty smoothly so far. I've only done like 7 gigs, so nothing crazy has happened yet. I mean, the first few shows I did, I was quite nervous. Actually, the very first show I did was at Joshua Brooks in the basement, and I played in pitch darkness.
Yeah.
Just had some candles, and that was it. And that helped me get over my nerves because no one could actually see me. But yeah, when I've played gigs like Rebellion, obviously it's a lot brighter.
Yeah.
But I feel they've gone well. Nothing too crazy or disastrous has happened, thank God.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, we're going to check out the second of your tunes now. We're going to check out the self-titled Hexagon Trail. So, can you tell us about this track?
Yeah, well, it's the reason it's self-titled. It's the first song I ever wrote and recorded, really. Yeah. It's the first track on my debut EP. And this one doesn't have any vocals. It's more of a kind of industrial electronic sound. So that's kind of how I started.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, well, this is Hexagon Trail. Let's check it out. Brilliant. Okay, welcome back. We're sitting here with Frenchie, aka Hexagon Trail.
Yeah.
We just listened to your track, Hexagon Trail. So yeah, we know why we're doing these podcasts. Basically, it's to promote the forthcoming UMC All Day on the 8th of October at the Temple of Boom in Leeds. So let's concentrate now on the UMC, or the Underground Music Coalition. How long have you been part of it, and how did you become part of the UMC?
I joined earlier this year, and it might have even been you who introduced me, but even before I was a member, I saw people posting like their flyers and things on Facebook, and that's kind of what attracted me to become a member.
Brilliant.
I think it's great because, it's about people, underground musicians coming together, and they're not out to support their own band, they're out to support all their friends' bands as well.
Indeed.
And I think that's a great thing, to have a sense of community, and that's something that's really prominent in the Northwest scene, I believe.
Most definitely, yeah. I mean, I think Manchester, and certainly the Northwest, is the place to be at the minute with underground music. The scene up here is absolutely brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I've always been a bit of had a promoter side to me, so I'm always, I like to shout out about other people's bands, as you know,
Indeed.
do a lot of reviews, and, so that was perfect. UMC was a perfect platform for me to do that.
Fantastic stuff. So it's been of benefit to Hexagon Trail in general then, would you say?
Yeah, it has. I think, I've made some new fans from it. Just got the word out, really. I mean, my music's kind of difficult to pigeonhole, so it's good to just shout out about it and have somewhere where I can post and not people to be judgmental and just enjoy it. Yeah.
Spot on, mate. Okay. So you as an artist, then, I mean, what are your plans long term? Are you planning to keep it underground? Have you got bigger, more audacious plans in place? Where are you aiming to go with Hexagon Trail?
Well, considering I'm a dark ambient musician, I'm not expecting to be playing the Super Bowl or or anything soon. Or it's definitely an underground sound. I think in the future I'm going to keep recording. I'm hoping to get a new release out by the end of the year. I want to do lots more gigs, whether it's in the metal scene or the electronic scene. I love playing live.
Yeah.
And there's I've been approached by quite a few other artists to do some collaborations, or maybe help do some producing and mixing, because I'm a bit of a producer as well. So
awesome stuff.
The future's looking bright, to be honest.
Excellent stuff. Okay, right, we want to listen to the third and final track. So tell us what this one's about.
This is a brand new song. It's called Welcome to Die. The title comes from the X-Men video game, which is out in the arcades in the 90s, and I think it was on the SNES as well.
Right.
And basically, I think Magneto says, "Welcome to Die," which I've sampled in the opening of the song.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's been mistranslated from Japanese over to English. And there's a theme on my next EP. It's going to have samples of video games that have all been famously mistranslated.
Yeah.
The reason I did that is because I feel like my music, it's very glitchy and has odd rhythms, and I feel like electronic music, it's almost like it's broken dialogue in itself. It's like it's signals and rhythms that have been almost mistranslated, so that's why it ties in. So this is a brand new song, and it's never been heard before.
Brilliant. So let's check this out. This is Welcome to Die. Well, welcome back. We've just checked out a brand spanking new track from Hexagon Trail. That was Welcome to Die. And that's about it then. So, is there anything you want to add before you shoot off then, Frenchie? Anything you want to say? Any audacious plans in the pipeline or anything else?
Nothing too much at the moment. The UMC Fest, October 8th, Temple of Boom, Leeds. That's the big one in my future. And like I said, hoping to get a new release out by the end of the year, but there'll be more details to come as it happens, so look out for that one.
We'll keep our eyes peeled for that then. Well, thank you very much for this, Frenchie lad, and I will see you soon.
Thank you.
Take care, brother. See you later. Bye-bye.
Cheers.